The left wing is branding Trump a wannabe dictator. That's their latest thing after Trump joked that he would only be a dictator for one day. Except for one day. After that, I'm not a dictator. Trump went on to explain that what that dictatorship would look like. You know, quote, we're going to close the border and we're drilling. Oh, the horror. But the establishment continues to distort Trump's comments the way they did on the Charlottesville incident, and when he joked about Russia finding Hillary's emails that she tried to hide from the American people on her illegal server. The Biden campaign responded like this, quote, Donald Trump has been telling us exactly what he will do if he's reelected, and tonight he said he will be a dictator on day one. Americans should believe him, end quote. Let's bring in our panel, attorney, Republican strategist, and Turning Point USA contributor Erin Elmore, host of the Rubin Report, Dave Rubin. It is great to see you both. Erin, you first. Team Biden is accusing Trump of being a dictator, but look at the Democrats' climate cult crackdowns, their inflation, their rampant illegal immigration, massive crime, uncontrollable government abuse, and censorship. Who are the real dictators here?
Well, you're forgetting about the mandates for the COVID vaccine and mask mandates. So we all know where it's coming from. But the bigger issue here is the way that the mainstream media spins anything that Trump says. So the average American doesn't have access to real information. So they're sitting at home not thinking that, wow, Donald Trump wants to make us energy independent and close our border, but Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. And that's why we need to encourage our friends and family who aren't getting the information that we are to say, you need to seek out your own sources of information, because what you're getting is absolute lies.
Yeah, amen. And they don't have a great track record. Dave, in 2016, the media was saying, Trump is going to start World War III and he's going to crash the economy. Now they're saying, oh, now he wants to be a dictator. They do this while pretending that everything the Biden regime is doing is normal. That Biden's normal. Yeah, sure he is. How do we cut through all this?
Well, the way we cut through all of this is shows like this, shows like my show, shows like Joe Rogan, and the plethora of other podcasts and online shows that are cutting through the nonsense. I mean, one of the things that I think many people, even not just traditional conservatives, but sort of moderates and people who are somewhat apolitical have woken up to over the last couple of years is, boy, the media lies about an awful lot. As you referenced, Charlottesville, very fine people on both sides, or Brett Kavanaugh is a serial rapist, or the Covington kids are racist, or Jesse Smollett was lynched. The litany of Hunter Biden laptop, for example. I mean, people over time have started to realize that the mainstream media is lying about virtually everything. So as long as we have a roughly free internet, and I would say the key word there is roughly, because obviously between Facebook and YouTube and Google, there's a lot of things that aren't free, but we do have Twitter at the moment. We've got Rumble, Locals, a couple other things. As long as we have that, then we have the ability to fight the narrative. And I am a firm believer that over time, the truth does win out. And their lies have to get more and more hysterical. So, he's a dictator, then he's a fascist, then he's Hitler, then he's a Nazi, and they just keep ramping up that dial until the dial basically breaks off the television.